One, two, three, four, five, six, Jung Stadium.
Community National Bank and Trust is a proud sponsor of this Carthage Tiger basketball opening tip-off. Loyalty, hard work, and dedication are key elements of any successful team. And Community National Bank and Trust.
One, two, three, four, five, six. Homecoming tonight for the Joplin Eagles.
Fair Acres family-wide cheers on the Carthage Tigers. The coaches, players, and their families all deserve a hearty congratulations and a sincere thank you.
It's game time! Carthage Tigers football on Music Radio and the Carthage Tiger Sports Network.
We thank all our Carthage area businesses and employers who support the Tiger broadcasts. Sirloin Stockade, Stephen McKay of Shelter Insurance, Vintage Timekeepers, Whistler's Hamburgers and Daylight Donuts, Lauren DeBeauty and Adam Bridges of Farm Bureau Insurance, Jeff Hodkin of American Family Insurance, Tony Williams of State Farm Insurance, Kathleen Carter of American Family Insurance, Jerry Poston of State Farm Insurance, No Mortuary, Assured Partners Insurance. And we thank Carthage Water and Electric, G3 Family Entertainment, Turf Tamers, Pearson Kelly, Smith CPAs and Advisors, Community National Bank and Trust, Boomer's Barbecue, Fair Acres YMCA, Carthage Dental Associates, Ott's Food Products, and the law firm of Webster and Carlton. We're glad to have Mercy Hospital Carthage, Fast Monkey Auto, Peachtree Dental, Cider Tax Services, MSSU, Race Brothers Farm and Home Supply, Old Missouri Bank, Matthew Sherrill Shelter Insurance, Tony Kennard of Wells Fargo Investments, Freeman Health System, and Schrader's Towing and Filling Station. We also thank Reeves Tire and Automotive, Hurricane Car Wash, Carthage Area McDonald's, Specialty Risk Insurance, H.E. Williams, Schreiber Foods, and Jaspertronics. Stay tuned for the coach's interview, the Music Radio 93.5 halftime show, and a look inside the numbers during the game. We are grateful for all our partner sponsors and encourage you to remember these local businesses and employers if and when you ever need their services or products.
And now it's time to hear the voice of the Carthage Tigers football. It's Jim Taylor.
Good evening, everyone. From Jung Stadium in Joplin, the Eagles are hosting the Carthage Tigers tonight. And the Tigers come in with a record of 4-1 after whipping Willard last week, 59-14. Joplin last week lost to Republic. That was in Republic by a score of 45-16. And these teams love to get in weird ball games. The one that was a couple of years ago was the Freisinger return of the blocked field goal to win the game when time expired. And then last year at home, game went to overtime. Joplin got a field goal, and then Collins scored, and Carthage won that one by a score of 23-20. Tonight, Joplin comes in at 2-3. They won their first game against Kickapoo 31-7, lost to Lebanon 38-33, and also to Nixa 28-14. Their other win is 42-21. That was right here a couple of weeks ago against Glendale. We talked to Coach Guidey about getting healthy last week against Willard and what Joplin will propose in front of them tonight. So let's hear from Coach Guidey, then we'll come back here. Joplin tonight after a 59-14 win over Willard, and I said the week before, I said, well, you got a chance to get healthy, and you sure did.
Yeah, we really came out strong, kind of put Nixa game behind us, and thought the kids executed really well. Our defense played fantastic, and I think we had 7 sacks, something like that. Really contained their quarterback that we talked about, was really athletic, and if he got out, he was very accurate with throwing the football. Had great field position, it seemed like, all night long. We only ran 29 plays maybe, something like that. Very accurate with our 4 passes that we had that Zane was able to throw. We dropped one of them there in the end zone, took a shot, but very pleased with how things went.
As I can hear, the first 2 quarters or 3 quarters, 7 of 8 were positive starts on the drive.
Execution-wise, I thought we did really well. They gave us a couple different looks that they hadn't shown yet, so the guys up front did a very good job of navigating that. And then, we didn't have Landon West again, so Jet Dalton and Noah Norbury really stepped up and had a nice game.
Now, is West, will he be back tonight?
Yes, I think we're going to be able to use him, and hopefully he can stay healthy and make it through 4 quarters.
It seemed like everything you wanted to try worked well when Willard kind of had the opposite.
Yeah, like I said, they struggled offensively to put first downs together, in large part because of the pressure that we put on their quarterback. He's the guy that makes them go, and if he's on and he can scramble and use his legs, and he's very talented. But we didn't let him do that. Had a lot of negative yards, and so field position was great.
I remember one specific player, Bruner, was coming from the edge. He saw him coming. He turns, starts to go left, and there's 3 blue shirts right there to meet him.
Yeah. I think Coach Edwards dialed some things up and was able to get some heat on him.
And tonight you take on the Eagles, and they've struggled at times this year.
Yeah, they lost their quarterback after the first couple weeks, and I think he came back and played a little bit last week. The kid they put in was one of the best receivers, very talented kid. They do some nice things offensively, like always. They got some big kids up front that are physical, typical Joplin offensive line. They're as good as anybody in the conference. Very effective at their zone scheme that they like to run. It'll be a big test for our defensive line and linebackers to make sure we're gap sound and fitting where they need to fit, because if one guy doesn't fit, then that turns into a big play, as we've seen. So a big challenge for those guys. Defensively, those kids, what stands out, they just play hard. I mean, it seems like there's 12 or 13 of them, over there that everywhere you look. But they play hard, they're fast, they're physical, and they just make things kind of dirty for you.
The games in recent years have turned this into a nice little rivalry.
It has. I mean, it seems like every year is something different. With, last year we won a overtime battle, and they were very talented a year ago, and somehow we hung in there and were able to make it overtime and won that one. And of course, 2019, if you remember, it was maybe 55, 56, game, and just had some big games over the years. So it'll be a big-time atmosphere over there at Young Stadium. It's always a weird place to play over there, but, hopefully our kids are up for it.
We're about 3 minutes away from kickoff tonight. As the Tigers come in, they had 7 sacks last week, 4 by Brunert, 2 by Bland, and 1 by Odell. And that 1 by Odell in the first quarter kind of set the tone for the evening, as Willard had a first down on 3 plays and then ended up going backwards after that, and that was propelled by the sack. Tigers have +5 in the turnovers. They've had that 1 interception. Unfortunately, that went for a touchdown against Nixa. So, like to say on the plus side, they were in the minus category last year, which was one of the detriments, but although it was still a great season. But if you're a team like the Chiefs, like I said, last year I believe they were on the negative side, and they still made the Super Bowl. Teams down there right now, we take a look at Browning's statistics. 28 of 41, 495 yards, and that interception. He's thrown for 6 touchdowns. Landon Bland has scored 4 touchdowns through the air on 6 receptions. Rushing category, we have Landon West at 551 yards, followed by Browning at 384. Expect to see Bland back tonight. Looking for the coin toss. Referee showed it to both sides, and Carthage will call. And there it goes in the air. And it looks like Joplin has won the toss, and they will defer. So it's the Eagles hosting the Tigers. We'll take our kickoff break, brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust. Back here in 30 seconds with the game. Tiger Football, Music Radio 93.5.
Community National Bank and Trust is a proud sponsor of this Carthage Tiger basketball opening tip-off. Loyalty, hard work, and dedication are key elements of any successful team. And Community National Bank and Trust appreciates everyone's efforts in making the Carthage Tigers a success this year. As a valued member of the Carthage community, Community National Bank and Trust is there to be a reliable teammate for you and your family. The local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to serve you. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Tonight for Carthage, they'll have Zane Browning at quarterback, and West is in the backfield. Norbury or Dalton will alternate. Cade Lawson is the wing. He's kind of a slash player. Landon Bland, the tight end. Carson Kinder, Malachi Douglas, the first 2 receivers, but you'll hear from others tonight. On the Joplin defense, they'll have John Jasper at one end, Vinny Leonardi on the other. Tackles are Alex Flynn and Neil Barstow. Linebackers are Griffin Price, Andrew Snyder, David Bend. The corners are Gabe Gabutha, hope I'm saying that right, and Lane Royal. And the secondary, Jariah Clark. The rest of the secondary, the safeties, Jariah Clark and Jordan Bozarth. Tigers still listening on the radio. I have to tell you this, even though most of you are seeing it. They are in the white, dark blue helmets. And Joplin wearing black. It may be a very deep red, but up here it looks black. And the kick on the way. It's going to go into the end zone, so Carthage starts at the 20. It's the first of quite a remaining schedule. Joplin tonight, then Republic comes in, and Webb City comes in back-to-back home games. Then you go down to Neosho, and they've been quite a story this year. A very friendly football schedule this season. Next year, I think we're going to pay the price. I got a kind of a preview of that one. But it's not too bad. I think there's a couple of trips to Springfield. Fortunately, they play Lebanon, but Lebanon will have to come here for next year. But that is next year. 1st and 10 at the 20. It'll be Browning to keep. Looks to the middle, goes, breaks free the 30, to the 40, and 45, 46-yard line of Carthage. Went over a right guard, had a nice crease, and Robert Jones made the stop. So they pick up 26, and it's 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line as the Tigers are going from left to right. Receivers are left and right. Going to be a direct snap to West, and he's going to be bottled up and knocked back to the 43-yard line. I think they were going to try a reverse there, but Joplin was there to meet him, and John Jasper, one of the defensive ends, was there to get him. So they'll lose back to the 43-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 13. First play looked good, but those first down negatives. It's an uphill climb to get something on the next 2 plays. Middle of the field, and receivers are left and right. Now Douglas comes in motion near side. Now he comes back the other direction. They fake to him, give to West, looks for a hole. He moves past the original sticks, and he moves to the 49-yard line. Push back, but I think they'll mark him at the 49. David Bend was one of the guys there, along with like Daniel Rose, playing both ways tonight. Daniel Rose will be the Joplin quarterback. He's scheduled to be. He's been hurt, but he played last week. 3rd, and they need the 44 of Joplin for the first down. So it's 7 yards to go here on this 3rd down. And receivers are left, right. Browning will take the snap and look. Throw out in the middle, it's caught, and near a first down, it should be good enough. It's to the 41-yard line. It was Landon Bland, his favorite target. So the drive stays alive for the moment. Bend also there on the stop along with Jasper. So it's going to be 1st down and 10, new set for Carthage and the Tigers. Coming in motion is Brody Jackson. He'll take the carry, try to find crease. He weaves through one guy, breaks a tackle far side, turns the corner 30, down the sideline on the far side to the 20. And they'll put him out of bounds around the 15. I have to crane my neck. We're at the extreme north end of the press box, and of course, probably the majority of the game will be played at the south end. So, got enough sore spots. I'll just have a stiff neck in the morning. Now mark him down at the 19. He was nearly tackled for about a yard or 2 gain. Then he broke that tackle and had some open spaces as he turned up the far sideline. 1st down at the 19 for Carthage, just underway. Here's Browning keeping, going up the middle. And he'll get a good gain out of it. He'll cross the 15. And he'll make it to about the 14-yard line. Alexander Flynn was in the neighborhood. Jariah Clark also there. 2nd down and 5 yards to go. 8th play of the drive. 9:10 left to go. Receiver out to the right, also one to the left. Here goes West going right, turns left, goes to the 10. He's close to the first down. I think he needs another yard. Nope, they're going to say first down. So it'll be 1st and goal. You're going to have to get it in 4 shots here. It's at the 9. 8:45 to go here in the first quarter. Ball at the left hash, and the receivers go left to right. Browning will keep it, look for a block. He goes to the 6. He's tripped up. On the stop, I think it was Bozarth. And he'll make the just outside the 5. Jariah Clark also there. 2nd and goal. A little bit more than 5 for the touchdown. Used up 4 minutes here in the first quarter. Carthage has averaged about 8 to 9 plays per scoring drive. Carlson way out on the left. Jackson to the near right. Snap. And it's going to be to the 3-yard line. Still going. Close to the goal line. Pushing the pile. And they're going to say he's down at the 1. That was Browning on the carry. They tried the push, which I am totally against, but they let it happen these days. So it's 3rd down and goal at the 1-yard line. Carthage trying to get their first drive in. 9 plays coming up right here. Browning and West in the backfield. And it'll be Browning. He'll go forward and touchdown. Comes at 7:02 here in the opening quarter. So made good use of the time. Almost 5 minutes off the clock. It'll be Malachi Douglas to go for the extra point. And he has been excellent so far. Long count, trying to get this thing underway for the extra point. Placement's good. Kick on the way, and he got it. So Douglas puts it through, and it's 7-0. Carthage back here in 30 seconds. Tiger Football, Music Radio 93.5.
Fair Acres family-wide cheers on the Carthage Tigers. The coaches, players, and their families all deserve a hearty congratulations and a sincere thank you for their sacrifice and hard work. As Fair Acres family-wide works to build strong kids, strong families, and strong communities, they know that good sportsmanship goes a long way in developing one's character. Fair Acres Family-Wide is proud to be part of Carthage and a proud sponsor of Carthage Tiger broadcasts. Go Tigers!
80, come back voice, 80 yards and 9 plays. Where's it gone? So Carthage gets the ball to start, and they put points up. Apologize if I grunt and groan tonight. We are in really close quarters. I'm trying to get different positions so I can see what is going on at the south end zone. Here's the kick by Douglas. And it will carry at the 1 to the 15. With the ball is Lane Royal, and he'll make the 20-yard line. So Cade Lawson made the tackle for Carthage. Carthage used a big run by Browning on the first play. They had a 3-yard loss on their second play. But then a nice pass play was the catalyst for the drive as Landon Bland picked up a third down catch for a first down, kept it going. Rose, the quarterback, handoff and nothing there. Most of the Tigers' left side on the defense was there. Jed Dalton led the way. Jordan Brunert, Daniel Rose, the quarterback for Joplin, Trevion McCadney, the running back, and the receivers are Xavier Williams, Lane Royal, Trenton McCadney, and John Jasper. They say no gain on the play. Long count, man goes in motion. Hand off McCadney again. He'll try to turn and cannot. He'll get maybe a yard. More white shirts surrounding him. It's Hill on the stop. He's one of them. So it'll be third down and 9. Ball at the 21-yard line. Carthage just scored at 7:02. Browning from a yard out. Rose awaits the snap count. He'll roll left. Look, throw over the middle, and a catch made at the 30-yard line. First down. On the reception was Trenton McCadney. They have Trenton and Trevion on the Joplin Eagles. So Nichols made the tackle, but not before the first down. As the Eagles employ 2 receivers out on the left. Rose and McCadney, Trevion in the backfield. They'll give it off again, McCadney, and he surrounded Jet Dalton on the back of the pile, and see who else is contributing. Looks like Steve Sirius, one of those. It looks like Blake Cloud, who looks like he's in there too. There's that 63. That's 52, which would be Brady Guerin. The 1 yard on the gain, 4:30 left to go, 7-0 Carthage. Joplin, they are on their 5th play. Rose fakes, going to throw over the middle, ball nearly intercepted. I think somebody got a hand on it. Then it ricocheted over to Jonah Hill, and he had it go off his hands. Guerin got a piece of it. So 3rd down and 9. Failed to give you the Carthage defense. Bland, Odell, Sirius, and Guerin on the front line. Hill, Dalton, Brunert, linebackers. Jackson, Womack, Norberry, and Nichols, secondary. Joplin converted moments ago on 3rd down. They have the same situation here. 3rd and 9. Ball at the 32-yard line. And Rose again to throw over the middle, and that ball is incomplete. Again, it looked like somebody might have had a hand on it. That had a weird trajectory when it was going out to the receiver. It was off to Hayden Wolf, and he had to all of a sudden change directions back to his right because it looked like it was going to be a good pass play. So the Eagles will punt. It'll be Neil Barstow. There's the snap, kick on the way. Kind of lose it in this dark sky. Tate, fair catch. Tate Nichols, that is, and 34-yard line for Carthage on their second possession. First down at the 34-yard line. I will say this, it'll be nice to be home next 2 weeks. This has been an experience trying to call this game from this place. 4:09 left to go here in the first quarter. Carthage on their second possession. It took it moments ago 9 plays. Jackson comes in motion. They'll give it off to him, and there he goes again down the left sideline. He's going to be across the 44, which is enough for a first down. They'll run him out of bounds at the 46. Jones on the run out, and it's going to be first down and 10 for Carthage at the 46-yard line. So on the 12-yard pickup, Carthage will start again on a first down. Got Womack out to the right. Browning awaits the snap. Pitch to West, cuts up the left side, hard running to the 49. He'll get 3 out of it, so it'll be second down and 7. Barstow on the stop for Joplin. Carthage, I mentioned, had 9 plays on that scoring drive. Browning scored from a yard out. Started at the 20. Jack Carlton goes way out to the left. And Browning awaits the snap. Kind of low, but he'll take it himself. Goes into a crowd. He'll make the 50 and into Joplin territory at the 49. They need the 44, so it's going to be third down and 5. That thing just did not develop. Snyder on the stop for the Eagles. Converted moments ago on a third down, which kept them going long enough to score the touchdown a few plays later. So they need the 44. Carthage up 7-0. We're down to the 3-minute mark of the first quarter. Play clock at 15. Carson Kinder out left. Looks like Jackson's also out there on the left. West to the right of Browning, and he'll look to throw. Sets up, wants to throw, pumps, he's in trouble, he's going to take off, he's going to get a first down. Flag on the play, he will not get a first down because there was a hold well after the play. That's when you just put your hands in your pocket. So that's going to kill this drive. It'll set up a third down and a whole lot. Flag back at the Carthage 46-yard line. Hope I'm saying all this, and it's not true, but it is. It's a hold on Carthage. The play, Browning took off. Somebody grabbed a Joplin player when it was easy to see here he was going to get the first down after he took the scramble. But that'll be back to the 41-yard line of Carthage on the penalty. So it'll be third down and 15. They need the 44. See where they employ the receivers. They go 2 to the near side. Take some fancy plays here to get that first down. They need the Joplin 44. Browning again to throw. Rolls out to the right, throws. It's going to be intercepted and dropped. Wow. He was thinking touchdown. Jordan Bozarth cut in front of Landon Bland and should have picked it off. In fact, I thought he did. Then he started to turn up and it went through the hands. So Carthage will survive that and at least have to punt. Don't like that, but it's better than the interception. It will be Lane Royal to drop back deep for Joplin. High snap, but the kick is away. It's going to land and go sideways, now roll up Joplin's direction, and it's at the 30-yard line. Eagles take over on their second possession. Under 2 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Carthage came in at 4-1, and Joplin at 2-3. To be Rose and McCadney, the backfield for Joplin. They get a wing to the right. Wide right is a receiver and one way out on the left. Now a man comes in motion, and they pitch it. And cutting upfield across the 30 to the 34-yard line, a good gain by Trenton McCadney. Tigers smelled it out, but still surrendered about 4 yards on the play. So it'll be 2nd down and 6. The ball to the near hash. Tigers back home for 2 weeks, Republic and Webb City. Hopefully the home crowd will help them get over that hump. That's a big one. Then you go on the road, it doesn't get any better. 2nd down and 6. Long count by Rose. Coming in motion is McCadney. They'll give it off to the other McCadney. He had a hole, and he's going to be a yard short of the first down. He's at the 39. On the stop was Guerin. So 3rd down and a yard for Joplin as we're under a minute here in the first quarter. Barring an incompletion or out of bounds, should be the last play of the quarter. Receivers lined up offside on the left side. Now he backs off. 3rd and a yard. Rose awaits the snap, and we have a stoppage flag on the play. The linesman on the far side, the one who made the call. And it's going to go against Joplin, it looks like, because they're backing up. False start on the Eagles, so now it goes to 3rd and 6. And you'll take that. Clock starts up again, 24 seconds left to go. See if Carthage can hold now, being the beneficiary of that penalty. Rose on a high snap, he'll take it, he'll throw over the middle and dropped. Intended out there for Trenton McCadney. And we have 9 seconds left on the game clock, so we will have to have the punt. So Joplin goes 3 and out. Oh, those 5-yard penalties, they may not act like much, but Joplin had a 3rd and 1, then they went to 3rd and 6 after the false start. So Nichols will stand at his 30. Here's the kick. Another line drive and a fair, did he call fair catch? Yes, he did. He started to run with it, which will draw a flag immediately. He gave a real quick fair catch signal, and he has it at the 29. So Carthage will have their 3rd possession right there. And 3 seconds left. As they change out the footballs, we'll see if they go ahead and start the clock and run off these 3 seconds. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Carthage is going to go one more time, left to right. Browning awaits the snap. And it'll be kept by him, goes across the 30 and to the 34-yard line, and that will end the first quarter. So Carthage on the drive again, 3rd possession. They got one in on their first possession and leads 7-0 after 1. Back here in 1 minute, Tiger Football, Music Radio 93.5.
When you own something, you take care of it. You value it. That's exactly what we do here at Schreiber. As employee owners, we make decisions that will help us continue to be successful for years to come. Carthage is home to 2 manufacturing facilities and 3 distribution centers. For decades, Schreiber Foods has been a proud proud part of the Carthage community and part of your families. We're committed to providing quality products and supporting our local community every step of the way. We want to wish all Carthage Tigers student athletes the best of luck. Play hard, stay strong, and go Big Blue. Schreiber Foods, proudly Carthage.
Zyder Tax Service loves cheering on our Carthage Tigers. Mike and all the staff know our student athletes have worked hard this year, and they give a big hand to everyone who has helped and encouraged the Tigers to have a successful season. Zyder Tax Services, serving Carthage and the surrounding area with tax planning and preparation for individuals and businesses, is proud to be one of the locally owned businesses that support your Carthage Tigers broadcasts. Join Mike Zyder, CPA, and the rest of Zyder Tax Services as they cheer on our Tigers. Go Tigers!
Jim Taylor at Jung Stadium in Joplin. Carthage up 7-0. They have a 2nd and 5 on their third possession at their own 35, now going right-left. Man comes in motion. They fake it. They give to West. He'll try to weave his way through. He breaks out for a first down. That's across the 40 to the 42. He nearly broke it. In fact, when he hit about the 38, I was getting revved up. So it'll be enough for a first down. Carthage had a 9-play, 20, started at the 20, 80 yards. Browning took it in from a yard. That's the scoring thus far. Hopefully, more to come. Now Jackson comes in next to Browning. And he'll take the carry. He'll try to turn it upfield. Flag on the play. He's to the 50. He's down the near sideline. He's going to score, but I think it's going to come back. He's in the end zone. But there is a flag back at the 40-yard line. That was a quick flag. And it is a hold on Carthage. So that is a 68-yard swing. It would have been 58 on the run. But instead, it's going the other direction. The only bright spot that'll get the play over. Whatever the referee saw, he saw it quickly because that thing was just almost right out of his pocket from the snap. So it's now 1st and 20, back to the 32. So each team has been penalized in the wrong times. Of course, I always say there is no ill-timed penalties. They're all bad, no matter what juncture of the football game. First and 20. Nichols in motion, and he will take it, and he'll move across the 35. Gang tackled at the 37, so he got some of it back. So it'll be 2nd down. I thought there was a downed player there for a second, but so a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 15. They need the Joplin 48 for the first down. 7-0 Carthage. We're a minute and 15 seconds into the second quarter. Tigers get out of the huddle with 10 seconds on the play clock. It's down to 7 and 6. They're going to have to hurry. Down to 3, man in motion, and they get it off. And Browning wants to throw. He's going to throw down the middle. He's got Carlton wide open. He grabs it at the 30, 20, and he's down to the 12-yard line. Talk about just getting it in a whisper. And then Carlton was wide open. In fact, he had to wait on the pass. They'd have hit him in stride. That would have been a touchdown. So it's down to the 13-yard line for the Tigers. Carlton was probably saying, get over here, as the ball was coming at him. Receiver out to the right, one to the left. Here's Browning going to the right side, turns the corner inside the 10. He'll go to the 6. Trying to catch who made the tackle over there. It's kind of dark on that side. Landon Meyer was the man who got him. It'll be second down. They can get a first down at the 3. The ball is just inside the 7. Trying to add to a 7-0 Carthage lead. This will be the 6th play coming up. Left and right are the receivers. Direct snap to West, and he's going to be hit behind the line. Ball popped out. How are they going to rule? Joplin thinks they have it, but I've seen no indication. And it is a fumble recovery, and Joplin has it. So that was a good drive thwarted at the 11-yard line. 6 plays and a fumble. That's the first fumble of the season. So Joplin stays in the game for the moment as they get possession at the 11-yard line. West was obviously going to lose yards, but the ball popped out as he was going down. I thought maybe they're going to rule him down, but the Eagles get the turnover. 8:59 left to go in the first half, so it's still 7-0 Carthage. See if Joplin can build on it. Rose, the quarterback. Man in motion is Clark. And Rose will roll, and he'll keep it himself. He'll get a couple of yards. He's to the 13, so it'll be second down and 8. Most of the front line for Carthage and a few linebackers to spare. And Brunert was in on it. Steve Sirius was the first one there. So second down and 8. Joplin quickly to the line of scrimmage. See if they pause to get the play, or they've already got this one mapped out. And they will snap, a high snap. Goes to McCadney, and he tries to break a tackle. He does. He breaks open across the 20. That's a first down. They had him at the line of scrimmage. And McCadney makes the 23. Brayden Odell prevented further damage because after McCadney bounced off those first couple of tacklers, it looked like he had open space as if Odell had not gotten to him. Joplin going no huddle. 2 receivers out to the left, wing right, also another receiver there. Here's Rose. We got a new quarterback in there. He goes across the 25, and he'll make the 28-yard line. That's Trenton McCadney at quarterback. Ball moves up to the 29. So we have McCadney and McCadney in the backfield. Second down and 5. And Trenton gives to Travion. He'll try to look for a hole, and he gets close to a first down. He's tripped up by Brunert at the 32. Be third down and 2 yards to go for Joplin. 7:10 to go here in the first half. Carthage was on a drive, but a fumble turned it around, and Joplin did pick up a first down. They're third and short here. And receivers left or right. Man comes in motion. They give it off McCadney, and he's close to first down. I think he'll get it. Steve Sirius on the bottom. It is enough for a first down. So Joplin gets 2 first downs starting at their own 11 following the fumble recovery. Ball at the right hash. A lot of time has been consumed in this half, but it's only 7-0 Carthage. Receivers left, right. McCadney to throw. That's Rose back in there, and a catch made. Breaking a tackle is Lane Royal. He's down the sideline, cross midfield to the 49. Those busted tackles. Carthage just missed a few on this possession by Joplin. Play went out of bounds, 49-yard line Carthage. Rose back in at quarterback. He'll throw it across. It's caught, 35, and over for a first down, Trenton McCadney. A little slant pattern that's over to the 33-yard line. So Joplin's found a little something here following this turnover. So they've driven it down to the 32-yard line. Trying to go in for the tying score. As Rose awaits the snap. And he'll hand off. This one goes to McCadney. He moves to the 30, breaks more tackles, and he's inside the 30. He's close to the 26-yard line. Down to 5.5 left to go in the half. Joplin eating a lot of time, and Joplin will get the ball to start the third quarter. Carthage was about to go in for their second score of the night, but a fumble at the 11-yard line, and Joplin's had it since. Now the umpire's called for a stop. And timeout has been called. And Carthage will take the timeout. 5:17 left to go in the first half. 7-0 Carthage. Back in 1 minute. Tiger Football Music Radio 93.5.
The law firm of Webster and Carlton knows that it takes more than athletes to make a great team. From the coaches and teachers to parents and extended family, it takes the entire community to support our student athletes and make the Carthage Tigers a success. Webster and Carlton is a proud sponsor of this Carthage Tigers sports broadcast, and they salute everyone who are cheering for our Tigers. The law firm of Webster and Carlton, offices in Joplin, 417-781-5690. Go Tigers and go Big Blue!
Assured Partners of Missouri, formerly Beimdeck Insurance, a proud supporter of the Carthage Tigers. Smart coaches build great team members, a solid game plan, and only have the best equipment for their players. Assured Partners of Missouri applies this same philosophy when putting together an insurance program to insure your Carthage Tiger family or business. When scouting for insurance, pick the right agent for your team. Give Assured Partners of Missouri a call at 417-358-4007. Go Big Blue.
Play number 7 for Joplin that started on the Joplin 11-yard line. Rose to throw, fires, and it is knocked down. It'll be third down coming up. I couldn't find the football there for a second. I was thinking if it's this long in the air, somebody's picked it off, but it falls down onto the ground. So 3rd and 5 for Joplin. They need the 21 for the first down. It's about between the 22 and the 21. Probably two-play territory here for Joplin. Daniel Rose awaits the snap. He'll look right, he'll roll to the right, want to throw. Fire out, it's caught at the 15 to the 10 and out of bounds. Trenton McCadney. So Joplin converts on the 3rd and 5. Douglas ran him out, but Joplin has the ball at the 10-yard line. Let's see where they stick it. It's at the 11-yard line, so they got to, as soon as we say that, then the chain gang walks away, so it is a 1st and goal. Look like they're going to set it up at the 1, but here's a bad snap. The handoff is to McCadney somehow. He's inside the 5. That kind of froze Carthage there. Rose got a bad snap, but he juggled it right into the hands of McCadney. And that was just enough. Carthage trying to figure out what was going on. He got a gain inside the 5. 2nd down and goal. Coming down to 4:15 in the first half. Handoff. McCadney, he's in, touchdown. So Joplin scores from 4 yards out, and they're a point away from tying it. After a fumble recovery at their own 11, they take it the distance for 9 plays. It will be Toby Ibsen for the extra point. And it is good. So 14-point swing instead of a 14-0 lead. It's 7-7. Carthage will have 2 timeouts and 4:07 to work with. When we come back in 30 seconds, Tiger Football Music Radio 93.5.
Ott Food Products is excited and proud to support this Carthage Tiger broadcast and all our student athletes. Ott's mission, and more importantly, their passion, is to produce the highest quality dressings and sauces. They stand behind their products and commit themselves to serving their customers with the highest standard of customer service. So from their family to yours, be happy, create memories, and enjoy Ott's at your next family for game day game gathering. Go Tigers! Go Big Blue.
4:07 left to go here in the first half. The onside kick has been more in vogue in recent years, and Carthage kind of on its heels after that fumble. So don't be surprised if Joplin decides to try one here. Ibsen to kick off. And it's going to go to the near sideline, 15-yard line, and to the 20, and to about the 26-yard line. Now still taking people with him. That's Landon West, I believe. He'll move close to the 30. And it is West on the return to the 29. So 4th possession for Carthage. They've had to punt once and fumbled on the last one. They got the opening kickoff, took it 9 plays, 80 yards. They've had some penalties. They overcame that penalty on the last drive with that pass play to Carlton, but as I said, Carlton, had he caught that in stride, the ball kind of hung up. He had to wait on it. Had he caught it in stride, that would have been a touchdown. Instead, a few plays later, they coughed it up. 2 receivers out right. Man comes in motion. It'll be Browning to keep, and he won't get much. Maybe a yard or 2. 2nd down coming up. David Bend on the stop. So it'll be 2nd down and 9. They're going to have to get a chunk play here to get any chance of maybe getting in the scoring column. Play ran in. Talk in the huddle, break it at 11 seconds. It was Tate Nichols that brought it in. Down to 6-5. May have to call a timeout. And it's going to be a delay of game, it looks like. Or did Carthage get one in? They got the timeout called. So now they're down to 1. That's a timeout you did not want to use, obviously, right there. So down to 3:05 left to go here in the first half. 7-7 game back in 30 seconds. Tiger Football Music Radio 93.5.
Is your office ready to be a workplace of the future? Does that mean whizzing around on hoverboards and robots answering phones? Maybe, but we'd suggest trying more useful technology first. Pearson Kelly can set you up with tech that lets your whole team work from anywhere, collaborate on devices, and always have the information they need to do their job. Keeping up with technology can be stressful. We're here to simplify it for you. Whether your office has an internal IT team or not, we have options to fit your needs. Find us at pearsonkelly.com and let us make technology simple for you.
Things have kind of hit a clinker since that fumble. Carthage has a 2nd down and 9. They're at the 30-yard line in their own territory. Browning will await the snap. And he'll look to his right, wanting to throw. Fired over the middle. It's caught. 45-yard line, 50. Tate Nichols. There's one of the chunk plays. It's at the 47-yard line of Joplin. Thought he was going to go for the lead man, but he went underneath, found Nichols open, and he caught it in stride and got some extra yards. Still plenty of time left in the half, but you had that one timeout you had to use. So I guess you'll take it since you got that kind of a gain. 46-yard line now in Joplin territory. Carson Kinder out left. Wing right. Browning awaits. He'll take the snap. He's going to be hit behind the line. Just hang on to the ball. He's going to lose a yard. Well, he may have got back to the line of scrimmage. Here's a flag late. And 2 flags. So it's time to sort this thing out. I didn't see what was happening, and then I saw the flag come out. It was right at the end of the play. Then after everybody separated, somebody said something, and this may be offsetting, because they're still talking about it. This is a good time to have the mic open, but no, they don't do that. Now we're trying to get a final word for the referee. See if we can pick it up. So it is unsportsmanlike on both sides. It'll be second down and right at 10, looks like. So take a minute for the officials to get back to their regular position. That was just a question of hang on to the football there, because Browning was in a mess as he tried to move forward. Receivers left and right. Coming in motion is Jackson. Browning rolling left. Wants to throw, throws back, and it's going to be almost intercepted. The ball was slightly underthrown, and West went left. The ball went right. Joplin has had a chance for 2 interceptions tonight. So it's going to be third down and 10. We're down to 2:13 left to go in the first half. So they need the 36 for a first down. Ball at the Joplin 46-yard line, 7-7 the score. Browning will take it. He'll look left, still looking left, fires, it's caught. That's a first down. Carson Kinder picks it up at the 31-yard line. He just kind of went in there and sat down, and Browning found him right there amongst some Joplin defenders. Play stayed in bounds, under 2 minutes remaining. 3 receivers to the right, 1 left. Joplin went across the line, but no flag. One of the linemen went across, but they didn't blow the whistle. Browning awaits the snap, and he rolls. He's in trouble, flushed out. He's going to go past the line of scrimmage and only a yard more to the 30. So it'll be second down and 9. And Carthage going without a huddle. 1:24 and 1 timeout remaining. Browning again to throw. He's in trouble. He's sacked back at the 39. So 2 negative plays here, and you're going to have to go a long way. You need the 21 to keep it going. And Joplin has backed Carthage up on that play. And Carthage will call their last timeout. We'll take a break. Back here in 30 seconds. 7-7 game. Tiger Football Music Radio 93.5.
Is your office ready to be a workplace of the future? Does that mean whizzing around on hoverboards and robots answering phones? Maybe, but we'd suggest trying more useful technology first. Pearson Kelly can set you up with tech that lets your whole team work from anywhere, collaborate on devices, and always have the information they need to do their job. Keeping up with technology can be stressful. We're here to simplify it for you. Whether your office has an internal IT team or not, we have options to fit your needs. Find us at pearsonkelly.com and let us make technology simple for you.
First down pickup by Kinder, and then 2 plays later, only a yard gain, then a sack. Carthage back to the 38-yard line. 1:07 remaining, and it's 3rd and 18. They need the 21 of Joplin. Coach Jasper was out on the field for, of course, there was the timeout, and he takes a few more seconds to get off the field. Receivers left and right. May not be able to get it all back, but I would think you get a chance here. 2 plays if you can get a lot of it back. Carthage now needs somebody out there. Lawson, they only had 10 players. And Browning back. Throw it out on a screen, but it's immediately covered up at the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 4th down. Catch made by Bland, but he had 3 people right there waiting on him. So Joplin calls timeout. Exactly a minute to go in the first half. So see what they will try to dial up. A little too close for a punt right now. So it's at the 39-yard line. Carthage are going to have to come up with some play to get it all back, as they had the ball for 9 plays on their first possession, scored, and had to punt. Penalty hurt them on the second possession. Then they overcame a penalty on the third possession, but then the ball was fumbled on a first down at the 11-yard line. And then Joplin got it back, and they took it leisurely 9 plays the other way for a touchdown. So they've had the ball 3 times. This is the 4th for Carthage. Carthage took up about 5 minutes on that first drive. Then Joplin ate up a lot of this second quarter on their touchdown. Somebody's going to have to get open or run really fast to get to that stick. Need the 21. Now they look like they're going to set up for a quick kick, and they will. Little pooch, and grab it before it goes into the end zone, and they will. And it's at the 3-yard line. So Joplin will at least have dual possessions unless they turn it over, which you can always hope. You just can't give up a big play here. And they'll start at the 3. They went 89 yards the last time. You go back and force your own turnover at this end. Eagles come out of the huddle and go right to the line. Get the snap from the end zone. And McCadney nearly broke that one. He got to the 5, and then he was tripped up at the last possible moment. So the ball goes to the 7. He got 4. Be 2nd down. Jackson just got enough of him. Rose in at quarterback. One of the McCadneys was a quarterback for one series. That kind of got him going on that scoring drive. Here goes McCadney again. He won't find much here. He'll go to the 11. Looks like Joplin will go ahead and run the clock. They'll get the ball to start the second. So kind of a frustrating half for Carthage, as both teams will be at 7 going to the locker room. Carthage 7, Joplin 7. Back here in 3 minutes. Tiger Football, Music Radio 93.5.
Local dentists Mark Westhoff and Carthage alumnus Katrina Wickland of Carthage Dental Associates cheer on our Carthage Tigers. They know that setting goals and working hard toward them are keys to every successful life, and they wish the Carthage student body and athletes the best of luck in the game and in the classroom. Carthage Dental Associates have been providing preventive and restorative general dentistry for you and your families for the last 20 plus years, and they're proud to be a part of the community and are grateful to be part of this Carthage Tiger broadcast. Go Tigers! Go Big Blue!
The owners, staff, and management at Sirloin Stockade wish the Carthage Tigers a successful year, not only in athletics but also in the classroom. Sirloin Stockade knows that hard work and diligent effort are keys to achieving goals, and they look forward to those young students embracing the challenges of tomorrow. Sirloin Stockade is proud to be part of the Carthage Tiger broadcast, and they remind you to stop by before the game or during the weekend for a delicious meal that's just as good as home cooked. Sirloin Stockade, 1027 West Central in Carthage.
Jeff Hodkin American Family Insurance Agency is rooting on our Carthage Tigers. On the gridiron and in life, having the right coverage is always important. And Jeff Hodkin has over 25 years experience helping individuals, families, and businesses in the 4 states get the coverage they need. If you feel like your insurance needs an audible, Give Jeff Hodkin a call today for your free quote, 359-3399. Or stop by the office at 800 South Garrison in Carthage today. Jeff Hodkin, American Family Insurance, says go Tigers.
Schrader's Towing and Eddie Schrader's Service Station in Carthage are all in for the Carthage Tigers. Located on Garrison Street in Carthage, Eddie Schrader's Service Station is the area's only full-service gas station. Schrader's Towing offers safe, dependable towing 24/7. These successful Eddie Schrader companies match the Tigers' hustle and heart every day, and they're proud to be the exclusive towing company and gas station sponsors of these Tiger broadcasts. Join Carthage alumni Eddie Schrader and let's cheer on our Tigers. Go Big Blue!
Everyone at Carthage Water and Electric Plant wishes the Carthage Tigers a great season, not only in sports but in scholastics as well. As your public power utility, we know the value of teamwork will pay dividends as our youth enter the workforce and their professional careers. Let's stay community powered and cheer on our home team to win. Carthage Water and Electric Plant encourages you to get out and support our Carthage Tigers.
Tired of your bank dropping the ball? Whether it's clunky apps, high fees, or you feel like just a number, you'll find the service and convenience you need at OMB. From user-friendly digital banking to personalized service, we're here to make managing your money the experience you've always wanted. Visit us online at ombbank.com or in person to learn more. OMB, community banking made better. Member FDIC.
Jim Taylor at halftime here at Young Stadium, and not a lot going on, but then again, a lot going on. Carthage just had opportunities here, but they've killed themselves a couple of times. They had a chance to score here before the end of the half, but had a couple of negative plays. And then, of course, the big one was that fumble after Carthage was looking to go up maybe 14-0. They fumbled at the 11-yard line to Joplin. Joplin, 9 plays later, took it back for the tying score. A good pooch kick, though. Back to Joplin up at the 3, and they couldn't do much with it. But they will have the ball to start the third quarter as we're tied at 7-7. Carthage got the opening kickoff at their own 20 and took it 9 plays. They had to overcome a penalty. Big play was a third down catch by Landon Bland. And they proceeded to go 9 plays for the touchdown. Browning scored at 7:02 to make it 7-0. Joplin, on their first possession, went a first down, but then 3 plays later had to punt. And then Carthage got it back. They went 4 now. Got 1 first down, but a holding penalty killed that. And then Joplin ended up 3 plays and punt on the second possession. Carthage got the ball in their own 29. They went 6 plays before the fumble. They had 1 big pass play to Jack Carlton that if you had hit him in stride, he would have ran it into for the end zone, but he had to slow up for the ball and hung up. He caught the ball at the 30 and got down to the 13. And then a couple of plays later, the fumble ensued. And then Joplin took it 9 plays. McCadney from 4 yards out, 89 yards, 9 plays. And that was a good extra point to make it 7-7. That's where we are now. And we'll take another 3-minute pause and come back. This is Tiger Football Music Radio 93.5.
Tony Williams State Farm Insurance is a proud supporter of Carthage Tiger Athletics. If life has fouled you out of the game or you just need better coverage, Tony Williams and his experienced team can help get you back in the game with the best coverage for your specific needs. Auto, home, life, business, and more. In the office, over the phone, or online, there's several ways to get a free quote today. Tony Williams State Farm Insurance, located at 2232 Grand Avenue. Tony Williams says, go Tigers!
Since 1978, Reeves Tire and Automotive has been servicing the repair, tire, and wheel needs of the 4 states, offering a full line of tire industry top brands at competitive prices and car and truck repair with superior service and experience that can't be beat. Reeves Tire and Automotive is located at 2504 Grand Avenue and open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday and 8 to noon on Saturdays. Get rolling with Reeves and get rolling with the Carthage Tigers. Go Big Blue.
Drew Evans Investment Companies of Whistler's Hamburgers and Daylight Donut cheer on our Tigers. They're proud to be part of this Carthage Tigers broadcast. Hard work, diligence, and persistence give big rewards in life. So make it count, Tigers. The owners and employees at Whistler's and Daylight Donut want only the best for our Tigers and the entire student body. Whistler's Hamburgers and Daylight Donuts. Dine in or carry out at all locations in Carthage. Go Tigers. Go Big Blue. Sponsored by Drew Evans Investments.
G3 Family Entertainment has cheered on the Carthage Tiger student athletes this season. Grab your family and friends and come experience the fun. G3 Family Entertainment features a 24-lane bowling alley, an exciting indoor playground for kids 2 to 12, a ninja tag arena, miniature golf, and a restaurant. Located behind Lowe's right here in Carthage. For more information, please follow G3 Family Entertainment on Facebook. G3 Family Entertainment is a proud supporter of our Carthage Tiger student athletes, and they can't wait for the fun to start.
Your local shelter insurance agent, Stephen McKay, is proud to be part of the Carthage community and knows that planning for the future makes all the difference in a person's life. The personal values of hard work, truth, and honesty will help our young students become good citizens and the leaders of tomorrow. Stephen McKay of Shelter Insurance can help you get the right coverage for your family, home, vehicles, and more. Offices just east of Central and Garrison in Carthage. He's a proud sponsor of this Carthage Tiger broadcast and says, "Go Tigers!"
Tony Kennard with Wells Fargo Advisors cheers on our Carthage Tigers. Financial advisor Tony Kennard knows that any successful team plans for the future, works hard, and sets goals. Tony wants the best for Carthage's student body, who will be our community leaders in coming years. Tony Kennard with Wells Fargo Advisors is proud to be a part of this Carthage Tiger. Oh, Tigers! Wells Fargo Advisors is a trade name used by Wells Fargo Clearing Services, LLC, SIPC, a registered broker-dealer and non-bank affiliate of Wells Fargo & Company.
7-7 game at Joplin's Jung Stadium. We go through the scores. Republic trailing Webb City at Webb City, 14-7. Kind of a surprise here. Ozark is beating Lebanon 21-14. Lebanon beat Joplin's second game of the year. And Neosho, they're having trouble with Willard right now. 21-13. That's, if not at the half, it's close to it. Nixa continues to move on down the road. 28-0 against Kickapoo. The other conference game, no report there. Glendale and Waynesville. Carl Junction trailing Seneca by a score of 18-0 at the half. And 7-0 Nevada over Lamar. Lamar lost again. I think it was either not last week or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, but they're not having one of their better seasons. Cassville 20, Mount Vernon 6. And the Cubs of Monette 28, East Newton 14. And McDonald County 14, Aurora 12. Go to the Mountain Conference. Logan Rogersville over Hillcrest 14-0. Branson 20-10 against Marshfield. And Mid Lakes, look at that. Fair Grove, they are trailing Springfield Catholic 21-7. Try to run through not all of the conference scores there. Sarcoxy leads Miller at the half. That's kind of a surprise. 21-8. Stockton against Sherwood. That is east of Harrisonville. 27-14 the score on that one. And we have Marionville. They're ranked number 2 in Class 1. They're leading Pierce City 21-7. No report. Jasper Greenfield, an 8-man. New Heights also no report as they are playing Lincoln, Missouri. Then Lockwood Liberal, no report there. And not much to report. And Nevada, Oklahoma. They do have a Kansas, Oklahoma, by the way. And on the Parsons side, nothing to report of any significance there. And Riverton and Galena, 7-0 Riverton at the half. And St. Mary's taking care of Uniontown, 55-0. Maybe a 50-point rule at the half. I think Kansas has they call it the slaughter rule, which is kind of cruel, but that's what they call it. And that game may be called at the half. So that's the way it looks right now. Let's see if anything's changed on the conference scores. They have not. Here in this one, it's 7-7. Browning a touchdown on the first possession. 7:02. It was a 9-play, 80-yard drive and had a chance for a touchdown on their third possession, but fumbled at the 11-yard line. And Joplin promptly, not really promptly, but they took it back 9 plays. They turned it right back around and tied the score. Carthage had a couple of big plays, got them near the 30, but after every big play on that last possession, there was a negative one. One of them was a sack, which took the ball just inside the 40-yard line of Joplin and set up a 4th down and forever, and they couldn't pull off the next play. They tried a little screen over the middle, but Bland had no blockers, and that set up a 4th down, and they ended up doing a pooch kick. They did down it at the 3, and Joplin could only do 2 plays before the half came to a close. So we're at 7-7. Joplin is scheduled, say that with quotation marks, because they're scheduled to get the 3rd quarter kick, but you know how Carthage is on the onsides. It's worked a few times this year, so just put that in the mind. That better make sure you do it in a game like this, because Joplin is feeling pretty confident right now. They stayed with Carthage right up to now. We'll take another 3-minute pause and come back. 7-7 score at the half. You're listening to Carthage Tiger football on Music Radio 93.5.
Just as an athletic team relies on teamwork to reach its goals, a business depends on its staff to complement each other's strengths and function as a team to achieve its goals. The certified public accounting firm of Schmidt Associates wants to be a member of your team and help you reach your financial goals. Their small business accounting, payroll, and advisory services could help ensure your financial success. Call Schmidt Associates at 358-6090. Schmidt Associates, more than checks and balances.
Vintage Timekeepers is rooting for the Carthage Tigers, and they hope you'll cheer them on too. Vintage Timekeepers knows that hard work, setting goals, volunteering, and building relationships are important things that improve character and create success in life. Our young students learn those life skills in the classroom and in team sports. Chris and staff at Vintage Timekeepers across the street from the Carthage Post Office wants the best for our student athletes and entire student body. Join them in saying, "Go Tigers!"
Boomer's Barbecue at 1123 West Central Avenue in Carthage cheers on our Carthage Tigers. From the coaches to the parents and teachers, it takes a lot of effort to help our student athletes and the rest of the student body reach their goals. And Boomer's Barbecue salutes all who make our Tigers great. Boomers is proud to be a sponsor of this broadcast, and they thank you for your business over the years. Once a Tiger, always a Tiger. Carthage alumni Willie Wagner and the entire crew at Boomers Barbecue say, "Go Tigers, go Blue."
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out, but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again. Or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
I'm Adam Bridges.
And I'm Lauren DeBeauty, your Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent.
And we've got you covered through all of life's wins.
Go Tigers!
Jaspertronics, just east of the square in Carthage, knows how persistence and determination help people achieve their goals, and they wish our Carthage Tigers all the best. Jaspertronics, locally owned and operated, offers a complete product line of decorative, smart home and office lighting, 3D printers, as well as a growing array of consumer electronics. For more information and to see all the things Jaspertronics offers, go to jaspertronics.com. Rob Gall and staff at Jaspertronics say, "Go Tigers, go!"
Tiger Sports is all about teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. Dr. Michael Woody and the team at Peachtree Dental support all of the players and coaches that make Tiger Sports so great. They offer a full range of treatment options that can be personalized to meet your unique needs and expectations, including orthodontics for all ages. Peachtree Dental always welcomes new patients of every age. For a better dental experience, give Peachtree Dental a call at 358-2233. Go Tigers!
Look at the standings and the state rankings in Class 5. Carthage comes in at number 5. Platte County leads at 1, Rockhurst 2, Webb City at 3, Cardinal Ritter, they're number 4. Then there's Carthage, Republic right behind them. And Webb City and Republic are getting together tonight in Webb City. Webb City was leading at the last check. Number 7 is Kirkwood. Eureka's at 8, Grain Valley 9, and Farmington is at 10. Nixon leads Class 6. They are at number 1. We look down through there. CBC, always a big school power in the St. Louis area. They're number 2. Jackson, a former Carthage opponent in the state championship game, they're at number 4. And let's look down here on the Kansas City side. Liberty is at 6. And Lafayette, Wildwood, and they're at 8. North Kansas City, they're at number 9. In Class 4, the only team in our area, they are at number 7, looks like. Nevada, they're in Class 4. Kearney's the top spot there. And Seneca leads still in 3A. And Valley Catholic is out of St. Genevieve. They're number 2. And we'll look down through there. The next nearest school will be Knob Noster. So Blair Oaks out of Jeff City leads in Class 2. Warsaw's right behind at 2. Lamar still in the top 10. They are at 6. And Class 1, Thayer, down by the Arkansas border, they're at number 1. Marionville's in at number 2. Look down the rest of the list here. And next closest town is Windsor. That's up there by Sedalia. They are coming in at number 6. So I was really surprised looking at this. Just a side note here, rambling by yours truly. Class 1, Russellville. Last I knew, Russellville hardly had any buildings, but I guess things have grown there. It's kind of halfway between Bagnell Dam and Jeff City, but they actually have a high school now. So maybe they've had one, and they haven't been big enough to play football. So that's a look at the class rankings. And we got time for another break. We'll take another 3-minute pause and come back. 7-7, Carthage and Joplin. This is Tiger Football Music Radio 93.5.
Tiger Sports is all about teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. Dr. Michael Woody and the team at Peachtree Dental support all of the players and coaches that make Tiger Sports so great. They offer a full range of treatment options that can be personalized to meet your unique needs and expectations, including orthodontics for all ages. Peachtree Dental always welcomes new patients of every age. For a better dental experience, give Peachtree Dental a call at 358-2233. Go Tigers!
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. American Family Insurance agents can help protect your future dreams, like turning your home into an oasis. Save up to 23% by bundling home and auto. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact Kathleen Carter Agency, LLC at 1921 South Garrison or call 417-358-9715 today.
The love of a family is a very special thing. From the time we are children, it's our family that teaches us how to walk and how to talk, that gives us a sense of belonging. The wisdom of our grandparents is passed down through our parents and then on to future generations through our children. The love of a family never grows old. It just grows. A love that lasts forever. The Nell Mortuary in Carthage, locally owned since 1882.
Hurricane Car Wash is cheering for the Carthage Tigers. Hurricane Car Wash serves Carthage and surrounding towns with all the options a car wash should offer. With 2 types of state-of-the-art automatic washes, you'll be back on the road in no time. Got a big rig? No problem. Our big truck bays can handle it all. And our hand wash bays give you everything you need to get your vehicle sparkling. Hurricane Car Wash has it all, even a pet wash service in our Touch 4 Wash app. Make your ride shine like new. Hurricane Car Wash, where clean meets convenience. HurricaneCarWash.net for locations. Go Big Blue!
Fast Monkey Auto is cheering on our Carthage Tigers. I'm Carthage graduate Jason Cornett, owner of Fast Monkey Auto. Need reliable auto service that keeps you on the road? Then look no farther than Fast Monkey Auto in Carthage. Whether it's oil changes, brakes, state inspections, or suspension work, we've got you covered. At Fast Monkey Auto, we pride ourselves on fast, friendly service, keeping you informed every step of the way. Visit us today at 2302 Fairlawn Avenue. At Fast Monkey Auto, we've got your back. 417-358-0756 or fastmonkeyauto.com. Go Tigers!
During this Carthage Tiger broadcast, Freeman Health System congratulates all Carthage students, both athletes and those cheering on the Tigers. Teamwork, honesty, and integrity are qualities that will help make those young students the community leaders of tomorrow. Locally owned, not-for-profit, and nationally recognized, and with over 80 specialties across more than 30 locations in the four-state area, Freeman Health System provides a wide array of medical and behavioral health services. Freeman Health System. Care matters here.
A little update on the scores here. It's at the half, Webb City 14, Republic 7. And Ozark is leading Lebanon at the half, 28-21. Neosho has scored, so they're either at the half now or they weren't when I first reported. They're back up by 2 scores, 28-13 against Willard. Nixa continues to pour it on Kickapoo, 42-7. Everybody's been pouring it on Kickapoo this year. And the Lamar-Nevada game has started the second half. It's 7-0 in favor of Lamar. Seneca at the half, 18-0 over Carl. Carl's had a pretty good season to this point, but everybody is running into the roadblock down there at Seneca. Mount Vernon, I believe they beat Lamar last week. They're trailing Cassville 20-6. And Monette's increased their lead to 36-14 against East Newton. Still 14-12 Mack County. They're playing at Aurora. Tigers got the opening kickoff. They lost the toss, so Joplin is scheduled to get it. Both teams are on the field, and Joplin will go from left to right as they did in the second quarter. Got to wait for the 3-minute warm-up clock to tick down. We're right at 40 seconds. Brown at 7:02 in the first quarter, scored for Carthage. 80 yards, 9 plays, and then had a chance for a touchdown on their third possession, but fumbled it at the Joplin 11. Then Joplin took it back the other way 9 plays later. 89 yards on the drive, and extra point good. So we're 7-7. Next week, Republic comes to town. And then after that, Webb City. So the next 2 weeks are going to be tough. You got to take care of business here tonight. Right now, you're in a tight one at 7-7. And our warm-up clock is gone, so the officials will head out. And Malachi Douglas receives the football. He'll put it on the tee, and we'll get going here in a few seconds once everybody, striped shirt-wise, gets in their positions. So Douglas will place it on the tee. Be Trenton McCadney on the far side for Joplin. Joplin playing a lot of guys tonight with single digits. Here's a kick to the near side. It's taken at the 3-yard line by Lane Royal. 10. Breaks a tackle at the 15. He'll make the 20, and that's it. So the defense, who was kind of gashed on that one scoring drive, gave up some third down conversions. They're going to have to stiffen up. Carson Kinder on the stop. See which quarterback will come out. McCadney, he started that drive after the fumble and got some first downs. He lines up as a receiver. Rose back in at quarterback. The other McCadney, which is Travion, he's the running back. And I have a double wing. And Rose will look to throw, fire it out. It's caught, and it's going to be a gain of about 3. Nice open tackle there. McCadney on the catch. I believe it was Douglas or Norberry who got him down. It was Douglas on the stop, and they gain 4, 2nd down and 6. That had a chance to open up, but Malachi got him down, kept it at a 4-yard damage. 3 receivers up top, 1 down low. Hand off McCadney. He's going to be dropped back behind the line. He will lose yardage to the 23. Front line maneuvered his way through there. Jordan Bruner down the stop. So a key third down early, third quarter. They need the 30, Joplin does, for the first down. They got a couple of third down conversions on a touchdown possession. Two receivers to the right and a wing left. Rose wants to throw. Being pressured, he dropped at the 18. So that'll be fourth down, obviously. Trying to catch who got through there. Landon Bland, who had a couple of sacks last week. Carthage had 7 sacks on Willard a week ago. Big one right there, so barring any bad luck, Tate Nichols will receive this kick at the 45 in his own territory. Carthage should get a good starting point. Here's the kick. Low liner. Nichols has it on the 5. The 40 turns up far sideline, 30. Down the sideline, 25, 20. Still going, and he's breaking tackles as he goes. He's inside the 5. They'll mark him down at the 4. Nichols caught a line drive kick. And I mentioned earlier, it's hard to pick up the ball here tonight. It's kind of not the brightest of fields. And next thing I know, Nichols is going. He turns it up the far sideline. And it's inside the 4. It's always good to get the opposition on the second half possession to go 3 and out. Here's West, and he's had a hard night tonight. He maybe got a yard. It'll be second down coming up. He was stood up, and they blew the whistle. Bend and Bozarth on the stop. Did get a yard, second down and goal. About 2.5 minutes into the third quarter. Carthage trying to get their second score. Ball at the 3. Waiting the snap. And they'll sweep it to the near side. That's a walk-in touchdown. Brody Jackson. Comes at 9:07. So Carthage right now getting some momentum as Jackson scores on the sweep. So Douglas will try to make it 14-7. Well, first round here in the second half goes to Carthage. They knocked Joplin out on 3 plays, and then a big punt return set him up for a 4-yard drive. Here's the kick. It's on the way, and it's good. .907 to go, third quarter. Carthage up 14-7 on Joplin. Back here in 30 seconds. Tiger Football Music Radio 93.5.
The owners, management, and employees of H.E. Williams give a big salute to the students, players, coaches, and families of our Carthage Tigers. H.E. Williams knows that setting goals, honesty, and hard work are what make the Tigers great both in and outside the game. With a long tradition of being a major employer in Carthage, H.E. Williams is proud to call Carthage home and knows the importance of made in the USA. H.E. Williams is honored to be a part of these Carthage Tiger broadcasts and says, "Go Big Blue."
So Carthage establishes something. Hopefully they can maintain it as they force Joplin on a 3-and-out to start the third quarter. And then Tate Nichols nearly took one the distance. He took people with him about the last 6 yards. They got it at the 4. Took him a couple of plays. But Jackson scored on the sweep. And it will be Douglas to kick off. High kick, and Doyle has it at the 2. 10, 15. Started to get an opening, but Tigers closed it up. Jordan Bruner, who does just about everything defensively, was down there on the coverage team to make the stop. So it'll be at the 23-yard line for Joplin. Joplin nearly had a first down on that first play from scrimmage, but good play by Malachi Douglas to throw him down, and the next two were losses on the part of Joplin. 1st and 10 at the 23. Hand off McCadney, and he's dropped right at the line of scrimmage. Guerin was there. He helped our man Jordan. And I think Sirius was also there. So no gain on the play, 2nd down and 10. If Travion McCadney as a running back, and they have a receiver, Trenton McCadney. So here Rose to throw, looking right. Going to pump, throw down the sideline. It's going to be a miracle catch at the 46-yard line. Reaching over the defender was Lane Royal. The ball hung up, and he had to turn back around. And now Joplin gets a little spark as they're at the 48-yard line in their own territory. So let's see if Joplin can go in for the tying touchdown. Had that game here a few years ago where anybody scored the next possession, that team scored. Here's McCadney, had a hole and gets across the 50. He'll move to the 48. So he'll gain 4 on that one. Sirius on the stop. So it'll be 2nd down. Joplin been going without a huddle. They did that the balance of the second half. They're doing it here in this 3rd quarter on this 2nd possession. As Rose awaits the snap. High snap. Again, McCadney. Not much this time. He'll get a yard to the 46. Jet Dalton sent him sideways. And also Jonah Hill. Third down. They need the 42 of Carthage for the first down. 14-7 Carthage. 7 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Rose awaits the snap. He'll look, he'll roll left. Still on a throw, far sideline. It's going to be picked off or out of bounds. Carthage doing some celebrating out there. The play ended up around the 20. I think it's just going to be an incompletion. So it's now 4th down. They looked for Lane Royal again this time. So they went for it all on the far sideline. I saw the sideline of Carthage start jumping up and down like he might have picked that off, but I'm complaining again. They're going to go for it here, and they're not going to make it. Joplin faked, and Carthage was wise to it. The Tigers will take over. Bottom of the stack was Lane Mitchell for Carthage. They tried to short snap it, and they didn't get anything. So Joplin went 8 plays, but they turned it over on downs, and it's on the 44 of Carthage, trying to improve on a 14-7 lead. As much time has ticked away, 2 scores would be a lot to get, especially if you take some time here on this one. Man goes in motion to the line west, and he's going to be hit at the line. He got a yard, according to the side official over there. West has not had much tonight. Every time he's got it, everybody's been swarming around him. So 2nd down and 9. Tigers came in 5-1, Joplin at 2-3. These teams always hook up in one ever since Joplin and Carthage joined actually Joplin joined the conference after Carthage, but they've been good ones ever since. Here goes Jackson around the far side, turns a corner, 40. Can he keep his footing? No, he's got a first down, but he falls down. And he's hurt. He went down like a tumbler, and he's slow. Try to get up. He's still down there on one knee. Now he rolls on his back, and he's on the sideline, but they're still going to take some time to look. They're going to mark him at 35. It's enough for a first down, but he took a hard spill. He nearly broke it. The last possible tackler for Joplin submarined him, and he went down hard. And they will take a break. We'll go ahead and stay here for just a little bit longer. Carthage scored at 7:02 first quarter. 1 yard run, 80 yards, 9 plays to make it 7-0. Joplin came back at about 4 minutes to go. I forgot to write the time down, but they scored to tie the ball game. I'll put down, it was 4:07. That's what it was. And they get Jackson over to the bench. They tied it at 7. Carthage had a big chunk play on the last possession of the first half, but a sack killed that drive. They ended up having to punt it, and Joplin got it at the 3. They took 2 plays to the locker room. Joplin got the ball to start, but they went 3 and out. Carthage got a nice punt return by Nichols to the 4-yard line, and then Jackson took it in. Jackson got a first down here. Hopefully he's okay. 1st and 10 at the Joplin 35. They fill the backfield, and here is West. Sweeping left side, stays on his feet, 30. Goes sideways at the 28. He was forced that direction. On the stop was Jariah Clark, but it is a nice gain. 7 yards, 2nd down and 3. Just under 5.5 to go in the 3rd quarter. Carthage up 14-7. Ball at the near hash mark. Wing out to the right, receiver left. Browning will keep, try to go around West, and he's going to be hit after only a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Let's stop the play, officials, please. There's no sense in these rugby piles. Well, they say no gain, but I think he did get a yard, but that I don't count. So 3rd down, definitely 2-down territory. They need the 25 for the first. West and Browning in the backfield, 2 receivers right. And Browning awaits the snap. They fake it. Browning in trouble. He'll throw it out. It's caught, but it's going to be short of the first down. There'll be a yard. Oh, he's got a horrible spot. He should be at the 26. They mark him at the 28, so now you got to get it here at the 25-yard line. That's a horrible spot. Yeah, Browning had him duped, but there's one Joplin defender that was not, and he tackled Land. They say, I guess, the knee went down back at the 28, so need to get it here. 25-yard line for the first down. 14-7 Carthage, hoping to keep this drive alive. Now we have the umpire rushing in. Carthage wants a timeout. So, don't like using it there, but they want to make sure. First down, you still got a chance to go up by 2 scores. We'll take a 30-second pause. Carthage 14, Joplin 7. Tiger Football Music Radio 93.5.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agent Jerry Poston at 1601 South Garrison in Carthage can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, Agent Jerry Poston can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change, Agent Jerry Poston will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan to free family insurance checkup. So, for all of your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm agent Jerry Poston at 1601 South Garrison or call 417-358-5052.
Don't like seeing third quarter timeouts, but if you get this first down, got a chance, obviously, to keep it alive and maybe put it in. Joplin's been pretty good against the run tonight. It's like they go unbalanced left on the Carthage offense. Browning wants to throw. He's going to step up and throw, and the ball is incomplete. Looks like he was going for Nichols over the middle. So Carthage does not keep the drive alive. They turn it over on downs. 3:24 left to go in the third quarter of a tight one, 14-7 Carthage. So the defense going to have to answer again. They gave up a first down the last time, but ended up forcing Joplin to go for it on fourth down. They missed it, so that's kind of a sad break there because you stop them on fourth down, fake field punt attempt, and then cannot do anything with the drive. Here's a sweep and nice trip, and only a gain of 2 by Trenton McCadney. So he gets to the 30. Norbury on the stop. Second down and 8 yards to go. We're under 3 to go in the third. Rose awaits the snap. He'll throw across. Catch made. Taken by a broken tackle. That is McCadney. He's down the sideline to the 25-20. He may score. He's down to the 5. Wow. Broken tackle, and he turned it loose. So just like that, Joplin is within a few yards of tying the game. That was 65 yards. The broken tackle set it up. First and goal at the 5 for Joplin. There's McCadney. He stood at the line here, and he has no gain in the play. Serious on the stop, and he got to be just that. Try to keep him out of the end zone. We're coming down to the final 2 minutes of the third quarter. They have Trenton McCadney now back. Looks like, is Rose still out there? Yeah, Rose is still the quarterback. Both McCadneys are on each side of him. Second and goal from the 5. Now, one McCadney goes out. Here's a high snap. And driving to about the 3 is Travion McCadney. So it'll be third and short. Jed Dalton on the stop. Third and goal. They're at the 3-yard line. Joplin. For the moment, 14-7 Carthage. Final minute coming up after the snap. And Rose at quarterback. Man comes in motion. Want to throw. It's caught out there by the other McCadney. He's going to be short of the goal line. So it's going to be fourth down at about the 2. Nice tackle out there to save it for the moment. Tate Nichols kept them from scoring for the moment. So fourth down at the 2. Under 30 seconds here in the third quarter. Rose awaits the snap. They hand it off, and it's going to be a touchdown. Travion McCadney. So Joplin comes back within a point to tie it. 12 seconds to go on the clock. So Toby Ibsen will add the extra point. He's a very good kicker. He's a senior this year. Low snap. They get it away, though. And we're tied. So it's 14-14. And we have 12 seconds to go in the third quarter. Back in 30 seconds. Tiger Football Music Radio 93.5.
If your lawn is completely wild, it's time to bring in Turf Tamers and create a green turf that's calm and lovely. Turf Tamers will rid your lawn of the unwanted weeds and unsightly, funky grasses that have made your lawn a wild kingdom. Give them a call at 417-434-0810. When they arrive, you just leave it to them to tame that turf and have your neighbors admiring it. Turf Tamers, the name says it all. Turf Tamers, 417-434-0810.
It will be Toby Ibsen to kick. And I always warn of the onside. And Carthage twice now has been thwarted on downs, once in each half. And Joplin's come right back to tie it. And they will kick away. Taking it to 5. Coming up 15 through the middle of the field, and a nice return to the 30-yard line. Carthage will have it there with 6 seconds on the clock. So Landon West takes it to the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
14-14 game. Receiver left and right. Browning and West in the backfield. And Browning will keep it himself, go up the middle, hit hard. He's across the 35. He'll get a nice gain to the 38, and that will kill the third quarter. So, after 3, 14-14. Carthage and Joplin back in 1 minute. Tiger Football Music Radio 93.5.
Community National Bank and Trust is a proud sponsor of this Carthage Tiger Football opening kickoff. Loyalty, hard work, and dedication are key elements of any successful team. And Community National Bank and Trust appreciates everyone's efforts in making the Carthage Tigers a success this year. As a valued member of the Carthage community, Community National Bank and Trust is there to be a reliable teammate for you and your family. The local bank that is small enough to know you, yet big enough to serve you. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Just as an athletic team relies on teamwork to reach its goals, a business depends on its staff to complement each other's strengths and function as a team to achieve its goals. The certified public accounting firm of Schmidt Associates wants to be a member of your team and help you reach your financial goals. Their small business accounting, payroll, and advisory services could help ensure your financial success. Call Schmidt Associates at 358-6090. Schmidt Associates, more than checks and balances.
Jim Taylor here at Jung Stadium. It is set 14-14. Carthage now going left to right. They have a second down and 4 at their own 38. Second time in this game moments ago, Carthage had a chance to go up 2 scores but could not, and Joplin has answered. Receivers left and right. Snap. Browning to throw, juggles it. He's going to throw, middle of the field. The ball's going to be taken in, I believe. It's a catch by Tate Nichols. I was looking for it to be intercepted, but Nichols got it. The Joplin guy missed it. And Nichols has Carthage all the way down to the Joplin 28. Carthage scored 7-0 after 1. It was 7-7 at the half. Each team traded in the third quarter. Big pass play as Carthage set up at the 29, but don't score too fast. Douglas back in the game. That's good to see. He goes in motion. And Browning will hand it off to West. He's got an opening. 20, 15, 10, 5. He got it. Touchdown. Comes at 11-10. You'll take the touchdown, but only 50 seconds have elapsed in the fourth quarter. So 28 yards on the run, and that's obviously his best of the night. Finally broke open over the left side. So Carthage back up, trying to go up 7. Browning awaiting the snap. There it is. Kick is on the way. And I have no indication. It is good. Extra point is good by Douglas, and it is now Carthage 21 and Joplin 14. Back here in 30 seconds. Tiger Football Music Radio 93.5.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did. Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
Call Carthage alumnus Matthew Gerald at 417-624-2220. Go Big Blue.
70 yards on 3 plays. The big play to Tate Nichols over the middle of the field, set him up at the 28-yard line, and then Landon West took it from there. So the defense got to get away from giving up the big plays. The big play moments ago was Joplin on a long pass play. Got him in scoring territory, a broken tackle. That was the big play. Here's a short kick, and it lands at the 20. One of the up men has it, and he goes to the 26-yard line. So it'll be at the 26-yard line. Joplin will take it over. As Joplin will have their 8th possession. Rose at quarterback. Travion McCadney, the running back. The other McCadney goes in motion. They give to Travion, and he'll go across the 26 and get a couple to the 28. Norbury, first one there to meet him. So it'll be second down. .45 left to go in the game. This game's been primarily on the ground, and it shows by the juncture of this game. We're already fourth quarter and 10.5 to go. Rose awaits the snap. Man in motion is Royal. And Rose wants to throw. He's got a man wide open down there, and it is caught at the 30 and down to the Joplin 21. On the play was Trenton McCadney. And it was on the money. So now Joplin, they're in scoring territory. They're at the 22-yard line of Carthage. We have Travion McCadney behind Rose in the backfield. He'll get the carry, and he'll move to about the 19, the pile pushed to the 18. So a nice gain. This will be 4 on that one. 9:38 left to go in the game. Carthage up 21-14, but that is in jeopardy. Joplin came in at 2-3, and they said they've struggled on offense. They have put up points at times this year, and right now they are doing it. And their defense has kept them in on a couple of series that Carthage had to turn the ball over on downs. They also have a turnover, the Joplin defense. Now it's the offense. 2nd down and 6. Man comes in motion. Rose to throw. Throws it out over the middle. Diving attempt and incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Pass intended, it looked like, for Hayden Wolf. So it'll set up a 3rd down. Malachi Douglas was the one in the vicinity. And it's 3rd down. Same place to get the 1st down at the 13. Same spot on the previous play, obviously. 3rd down and 6. 2 receivers right, wing left. Again, Rose to throw. Looks over the middle, fires it, caught, touchdown. It is Trenton McCadney on the play. Comes at 8:55 in the game. So 15 yards on the pass play. It'll be Ibsen to try the extra point. Kick on the way, and we're tied. Struggle tonight. It's 21-21 with 8:55 to go in the game. 74 yards on the drive. We'll go ahead and stay here with it as Carthage led 7-0 after 1. Joplin caught him at 4:07 in the half. Tied 7-all at a half. Teams traded touchdowns in the 3rd and also here in the 4th. Jackson scored for Carthage at 9:07 to make it 14-7. Then McCadney on the 2-yard run at 12 seconds. He made it 14-14. Now West scored at 11-10. Make it 21-14 Carthage, but then Joplin has come right back. 74 yards, 5 plays. McCadney, he's been a pest here tonight. And that is Trenton McCadney. They also have Travion. Travion did score a touchdown, so both McCadneys have scored tonight. So Carthage will be back on the offense. Ibsen will approach. This should be returnable. Nichols at the 11 to the 20, and 25 breaks a tackle and to the 26. Carthage starts at their own 26 in a 21-21 game. Joplin has caught Carthage on 3 occasions. And on 2 of those occasions, Carthage was driving to go up by 2 scores, but they failed on both of those. The Tigers will have to get something going here. It'd be nice to eat up the clock. Carlton left and another receiver near side. It goes to West. He spins around a tackler. He'll move across the 30 to the 34. So a nice carry there. Kabutha made the stop. 2nd down and 3. Carthage did use a timeout. Unfortunately, that was the drive that they turned it over on downs. 2nd down and 3. Again, West, he'll get the 1st down. Pyle keeps moving. He'll go to the 40, maybe the 41. They still haven't blown the whistle. That's where your turnovers sometimes happen, is that officials are slow to blow the play dead. And you know they're grabbing and clawing on the Joplin side. 1st and 10. Under 8 minutes to go in the game. 21-21. Tigers home next week against Republic, and the following week home against Webb City. Finish at Neosho. So you'd like to get this one secured, but it's in doubt. 21-21. Nichols in the backfield now. And they'll give it to him, but he won't get anything. He'll lose yardage. Joplin was all over that one. Back to the 39-yard line. So Barstow made the first connection. Second down and 12. We get to the 7-minute mark. And it's right there. Ball just to the right of the far hash. Second down and 12 for Carthage. They need the 49 of Joplin. Browning on a draw. He weaves his way past men. He's to the 50. He'll have the first down. And the ball is placed at the 47. So a planned run there. So they get out of the 2-yard hole and gain a few extra yards. And they get it at the Joplin 47. So 1st and 10 for Carthage. They came in at 4-1. Joplin at 2-3, but scoreboard doesn't indicate that. Nichols goes wide left. Carlton on the near side. Here comes Nichols in motion. They'll go to him on the sweep. He finds a crease, gets a decent gain across the 45 to the 42. So he'll get 5 on the play. Second down coming up. Leading the way, Gabe Kabutha for Joplin. So it'll be second down. They need the 38 for the first down. Tied at 21. Down to 5:35 to go in the game. Went overtime last year. Carthage won it on a Landon Collins run. Don't really want to see that here. Second and 5. Douglas in motion. He lines up next to. Here's West looking for a crease, and he does. 40, that's a first down. He's to the 34-yard line. Well, you try to keep possession, hopefully score, but as you're keeping possession, this clock's winding down, you may force Joplin to call a timeout or two. So first down to the 32. Receivers left and right. First down at the 32. Browning. He'll keep it. He'll go straight ahead. He'll find an opening. Try to turn it upfield. He's going to be near first down. He's at the 25. He needed the 24, but it is going to be second down and a yard to go. Clock continues to move. We're coming up to 4:30 left to go in the contest. And there it is. This will be the 7th play coming up after Joplin tied it at 21. The old expression, mind the P's and Q's. Browning, he'll give to West, he'll zigzag for first down. He's near the 20, and they'll put him at the 19. They'll stop to set the chain. It's at 4:05 right now. Tigers trying to get the go-ahead touchdown and eat up a lot of clock. They took possession at approximately 8:50. It was 8:55 on the Joplin score, and there's about 5 seconds on the kick return. Receivers left, right. First and 10 at the 18 of Joplin. This one is Browning keeping. Goes right, comes back left, veers his way close to the 10. He'll be at the 11. We are on the extreme north end of the press box, and this game has been primarily played on the south end tonight. Here's another old expression. Doesn't it figure? Coming down to 3 minutes left to go in the game. 21-21. Carthage can get a new set at the 9-yard line. 9th play coming up. Here's the snap. Positive yards, but not much. They need the 9. They got the 10. It was Zane Browning on the keeper. So 3rd down looks to be a full yard for the first down. 2.5 minutes remaining. 21-21. Carthage has had no more than a 7-point lead the entire game. Each time Joplin ended up catching them. Carthage has had a couple of opportunities thwarted when they could be up 2 scores. 3rd and 1. Browning awaits the snap. And timeout. So Carthage calls a timeout. And with the importance of this play, we'll go ahead and stay right here. Again, Carthage will be at home against Republic. And then they have Webb City. Those two teams are going at it tonight. Let's see if I can get that scoreboard to come up. I know I won't because I want it to. Press the appropriate buttons as both teams huddle on just inside their respective sidelines. We're tied at 21. And we roll to the top here of the scoreboard. And we're still rolling. And it's 21-21 at Webb City. Republic and Webb City, they're also 21 apiece. And Lebanon and Ozark, the night of ties, 28-28, and Willard is staying with Neosho tonight. 35-27, Neosho leads. The Knicks in hand on their ball game, 49-7 at last check. That game in the fast clock, that's probably already over. Now time to scrunch up again, trying to see the end zone. 3rd down and a yard. Carthage now with 1 timeout. 2:05 to go in the game. 21-21. It's like West will take the snap. He does. He'll look for the first. He's got it. He breaks a tackle. He's into the end zone. That's a touchdown. Comes at 2:01 to go. But Joplin has all 3 timeouts, and you know first downs will stop the clock. So it's not over. West takes it in from 9. Eight-play drive. Browning awaits the snap. It's good. It's put down. And it is good. That was an important extra point. I wasn't going to say it beforehand because sometimes you know what happens. So it's a full 7-point lead for Carthage at 2:01 to go. 28-21 Carthage back here in 30 seconds. Tiger Football Music Radio 93.5.
Where will you be in 4 years? At Missouri Southern State University, we're here to help you achieve your life goals. Small class sizes allow you to develop a more personal relationship with your instructors and practice your skills in immersive environments. From a healthcare simulation center to crime scene investigation, state-of-the-art science labs, a mock courtroom, and much more. Study abroad opportunities can help you develop a global mindset. Learn more about our high-quality educational opportunities at mssu.edu.
Important coverage on this one. Joplin will get the ball probably about 1:55 to go. And they do have all their timeouts. The clock stops on every first down to move the chain. So the defense is going to have to buckle down. And Douglas on the approach. He's going to angle toward the 10-yard line. And it's taken to the 28-yard line. It was Royal on the return, so Joplin needs 71 yards and a touchdown. Took them only 5 plays to tie it on their last possession. And you can bet they'll be going to the air. Watch out for Trenton McCadney. Man comes in motion. And Rose to throw. He fires, it's caught. And that's McCadney. He'll break another tackle. He'll move across the 40, and he's to the 43-yard line. You pretty much know number 7 is going to get most of the calls on this drive. Odell on the stop, 145 and counting. 3 receivers near side. Rose to throw. Throws it over the middle. Ball picked off! Intercepted! Jackson Goad. It went right to him. Ball at the 41-yard line. The pass just slightly underthrown, and Goad went down to get it. It was closer to him. And Carthage, a big turnover. They have it at the 42. Joplin can stop the clock twice. So this is definitely ball control. You probably need a first down. 1:29 to go. Maybe not, but I'm sure Joplin will go ahead and call a time here after this play. So security. Browning will keep. He'll turn it up. 45 breaks free across the 50, and that is enough for a first down. Jones makes the stop, and Joplin calls the timeout with 1:23. So we'll go ahead and go 30 seconds and come back. 28-21 Carthage, Tiger Football Music Radio 93.5.
There are gonna be times. Times when you hit the ground running, and times when you just hit the ground hard. Mercy is ready for all of it, with specialists who not only have a heart for athletes, but for the people who support them. So when you have a health challenge to overcome, choose the team that considers every one of your victories one of ours. Find your Mercy provider at mercy.net/victory. That's mercy.net/victory. Mercy, your life is our life's work.
Joplin called their first of their timeouts. We're at a 1st and 10. Browning just picked up 11 for a first down. Ball at the Joplin 46. A big interception. Don't use the word enough. Interception by Jackson Goad. Carthage trying to kill this clock. Browning will keep. He'll cut left side. He'll catch the 40. He'll move near another first down. He'll have it at the 36. They need the 35 for an additional amount of plays, but Joplin calls another timeout. So we're down to 1:15 remaining. And let's go ahead and go in one more. 30-second pause. Tiger Football Music Radio 93.5.
There are gonna be times. Times when you hit the ground running, and times when you just hit the ground hard. Mercy is ready for all of it, with specialists who not only have a heart for athletes, but for the people who support them. So when you have a health challenge to overcome, choose the team that considers every one of your victories one of ours. Find your Mercy provider at mercy.net/victory. That's mercy.net/victory. Mercy, your life is our life's work.
Second down and a yard. Joplin down 1 timeout. A first down would seal it. Browning has had 2 keepers, one for a first down, and then he got 9 on this last one. There's the snap. He'll go left. He'll get that first down, and that should do it. Ball at the 34 of Joplin. I mentioned the defense would have to lock down. Well, Jackson Goad with an interception helped seal this ball game. Joplin will not stop the clock. So it's victory formation now for Carthage, and the safety back stands at 43. And 2 protectors on either side of Browning. The field judge is walking in. The clock's still moving. Thought they were going to stop play, but there's the kneel. And that's it. And the Tigers will all go to the locker room, and they'll all go whew, as they win it. 28-21. We'll take a 3.5-minute break and then review and wrap. This is Tiger Football Music Radio 93.5.
Specialty Risk Management is a proud supporter of the Carthage Tigers. Looking for top-notch insurance coverage? Look no further than Specialty Risk Insurance Agency, one of the nation's leading agribusiness insurance agencies. And our expertise in construction and commercial insurance is making us second to none. Our agents just don't sell insurance. They live and work in the industries they protect, giving us unmatched industry knowledge. We understand the risks you face and know how to keep you protected. Call Specialty Risk Insurance Agency today at 417-359-5470. Go Big Blue!
Carthage McDonald's, a proud supporter of the Tigers. They recognize the importance of teamwork. The R9 sports program is something to be proud of. The coaches, players, and each family member make a lot of sacrifices to create a winning team. The many practices, court and field preparation, the disappointments, and the great moments are all part of learning to win at life itself. Your Carthage McDonald's, locally owned and operated by the Marshall Wright family. Go Big Blue!
The law firm of Webster & Carlton knows that it takes more than athletes to make a great team. From the coaches and teachers to parents and extended family, it takes the entire community to support our student athletes and make the Carthage Tigers a success. Webster & Carlton is a proud sponsor of this Carthage Tigers sports broadcast, and they salute everyone who are cheering for our Tigers. The law firm of Webster & Carlton, offices in Joplin, 417-781-5690. Go Tigers and go Big Blue!
Assured Partners of Missouri, formerly Beimdeck Insurance, a proud supporter of the Carthage Tigers. Smart coaches build great team members, a solid game plan, and only have the best equipment for their players. Assured Partners of Missouri applies this same philosophy when putting together an insurance program to insure your Carthage Tiger family or business. When scouting for insurance, pick the right agent for your team. Give Assured Partners of Missouri a call at 417-358-4007. Go Big Blue!
Is your office ready to be a workplace of the future? Does that mean whizzing around on hoverboards and robots answering phones? Maybe, but we'd suggest trying more useful technology first. Pearson Kelly can set you up with tech that lets your whole team work from anywhere, collaborate on devices, and always have the information they need to do their job. Keeping up with technology can be stressful. We're here to simplify it for you. Whether your office has an internal IT team or not, we have options to fit your needs. Find us at pearsonkelly.com and let us make technology simple for you.
Just as an athletic team relies on teamwork to reach its goals, a business depends on its staff to complement each other's strengths and function as a team to achieve its goals. The certified public accounting firm of Schmidt Associates wants to be a member of your team and help you reach your financial goals. Their small business accounting, payroll, and advisory services could help ensure your financial success. Call Schmidt Associates at 358-6090. Schmidt Associates, more than checks and balances.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agent Jerry Poston at 1601 South Garrison in Carthage can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, Agent Jerry Poston can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change, Agent Jerry Poston will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So, for all of your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm agent Jerry Poston at 1601 South Garrison or call 417-358-5052.
Tigers virtually escape 28-21 against Joplin. And we'll go through the scoring here and go ahead and sign it off at 7:02. Carthage scored following getting the opening kickoff. It was 9 plays, 80 yards for a yard run, 7-0. And Carthage on their third possession, they punted on their second possession. They had the ball at the 11-yard line and fumbled. Then Joplin took it back the other way on a 9-play drive to tie it with 4:07 to go in the first half. 89 yards, 9 plays as McCadney, one of 2 McCadneys, scored tonight. And no scoring in the rest of the way. And then Joplin got the second half kick but went 3 and out. And then Tate Nickel set up Carthage at the 4-yard line on a punt return. And Jackson took it in from 3 yards. And that made it 14-7. Carthage then had another chance to extend the lead, but turned it over on downs on their next possession. Joplin came right back, and McCadney scored from 2 yards out. That was Travion McCadney. That was 8 plays, 72 yards. That was set up by a Trenton McCadney catch and run after a broken tackle. And it was 14 after 3. And then the Tigers got the ball back. Nice 13-play drive. They scored with 11:10 to go in the game. West from 28 yards, 21-14. But then our man McCadney made a great catch over the middle inside the 25-yard line for Joplin. He later scored on a 15-yard reception. That was Trenton. And that was 74 yards, 5 plays. It tied at 21 and a picture-perfect drive and ate up a lot of time. Carthage got the ball back at about 8:50 left to go and took it down to the 2:01 mark as West ran it in from 9. Extra point good. 74 yards, 8 plays. Joplin came back, got a first down, but then on the next play, ball was slightly underthrown and not according to Jackson Goad. He went down and got it, and the Tigers took over at their own 41-yard line, got 3 first downs, and took the game 28-21. We'll check the scoreboard again. The scoreboard has not changed, but during the break, I checked in on the Webb City game. Republic has just scored, and I think they're under 2 minutes to go. So Republic, either 27 or 21, we had to come back here and take care of our business. Looks like they missed their extra point. So Republic is leading in the final moments of that game in Webb City. And 27-21 is the score there. And no real surprises on the others, although Willard has put up 27 points on Neosho, but Neosho has 42, so they're going to go ahead and win. Carthage goes to 5-1, facing Republic. Be another game of state-ranked teams. Tonight it was over there in Webb City. Looks like Republic might get the better of it. But we'll see what the Tigers can do next week against the Republic Tigers. Thanks to Neely and OJ here, doing well with the camera work and the commercials here, and Ron back at the Music Radio 93.5 studios will be on the air from Hafner Stadium at 6:50 next Friday night as Republic comes into town. Had some good battles with them in the recent years, and looks like Friday night will be just the same. Final score again here at Jung Stadium in Joplin. Carthage 28, Joplin 21. Talk to you next Friday back home. Good night.
Hey, thank you for joining us for the Carthage Tiger Football on Music Radio and the Carthage Tiger Sports Network. And now to thank our sponsors.
We thank Assured Partners Insurance, Boomer's Barbecue, Carthage Ray McDonald's, Carthage Dental Associates, Carthage Water and Electric, Community National Bank and Trust, Fair Acres YMCA, Fast Monkey Auto, Freeman Health System, G3 Family Entertainment, H.E. Williams, Hurricane Car Wash, Jaspertronics, Jeff Hodkin of American Family Insurance. We also thank Jerry Poston of State Farm Insurance, Kathleen Carter of American Family Insurance, Nell Mortuary, Lauren DeBeauty and Adam Bridges of Farm Bureau Insurance, Matthew Sherrill Shelter Insurance, Mercy Hospital Carthage, MSSU, Old Missouri Bank, Ox Food Products, Peachtree Dental, Pearson Kelly, Race Brothers Farm and Home Supply, Reeves Tire and Automotive, Schmidt CPAs and Advisors. Also, Schrader's Towing and Filling Station, Schreiber Foods, Sirloin Stockade, Specialty Risk Insurance, Stephen McKay of Shelter Insurance, Tony Kennard of Wells Fargo Investments, Tony Williams of State Farm Insurance, Turf Tamers, Vintage Timekeepers, the law firm of Webster & Carlton, Whistler's Hamburgers and Daylight Donuts, and Zyder Tax Services. We thank all our Carthage Tiger partner sponsors for supporting this broadcast and internet stream. Be sure to seek out these local businesses first if you need any of their services or products. And lastly, we thank you, our loyal listeners and viewers, for tuning in. This has been a service of the Carthage Tiger Sports Network, Music Radio 93.5 and 1490 KDMO.